Hi, Suzanne. Hope you're feeling okay.
I am okay. Thanks.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. There's Ernest. Yay. We've got 3. We will confirm that Ernest is not actually driving. Ernest, you're not actually driving, correct?
No, I am not driving.
Okay. That is positive.
No. No.
Doing okay today?
Yep, doing all right. Been busy, but been good. So, doing
Good.
all right.
Here comes Wolfgang. So good. Welcome. Comes Mary. Oh, we have quorum, folks. That's amazing.
All right.
Mary.
Hey, sorry I missed the last one.
It's all right.
We got it.
Things happen, so we all right. So I'm glad we could do it now.
I haven't heard specifically from Catherine. Charlie's been having some internet troubles, so I sent him the public link. He might be in the public at the moment. Nope, that's another person in the public. That's great. So
If we have a quorum, then let's go ahead and get rolling.
okay.
All right. Good evening to everyone. I'm glad you guys can make it for this special meeting. Let us go ahead and Todd, would you do the roll call, please?
Sure thing. Ernest,
Here.
Wolfgang,
Here.
Mary.
Here,
Make sure Charlie's not anywhere. Don't see Charlie. AD not here. Patty's not here. Catherine not here. Suzanne
Here.
and Heather.
Here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And thank you, Suzanne. I hope you're feeling okay after your dental surgery on today.
Thank you.
Yes. Let us go ahead and recite our mission together. And 1, 2, and 3. Act as a strong
advocate
to
justice and equal opportunity by providing
citywide leadership
and
and
guidance in the area
in the area of civil rights.
Awesome. It doesn't get any better than that doing it on Zoom. For members of the public, if you're participating virtually, if you have or if you experience technical difficulties, you may call 434-970-3115 and a staff person will assist you. The number is 434-970-3115. All right. Is there anyone that if you are on the webinar and you would like to speak and you're a member of the public, would you please raise your hand? Or if you're on a phone, use *9.
And I'll run a timer from over here if we do have folks speaking. Nobody's raising their hand at the moment, so.
Cool. There's no response from commissioners to the public. So today, what we are doing is hopefully you have had an opportunity to review. For those that were not at the meeting, you had an opportunity to review the ordinance that the office has been working on. And we wanted to make sure we draft that the amendments to the ordinance so that Todd can get that to City Council for review. Does anybody have any questions for Todd about the ordinance? Awesome. All right. So I make a motion that we adopt the drafted amendments to the ordinance.
I second.
All right, Heather second, and Wolfgang gave a thumbs up for a third. So we have that has passed.
Would you like to go ahead and do a roll call vote?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do. That's why we do roll call vote. Yep.
Okay. All right. And I wrote down as the motion to adopt the proposed amendments to the Human Rights Ordinance.
Mhm.
Okay. Ernest,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
cool. Mary,
Yes.
no one new has joined us. Suzanne
Yes.
and Heather.
Yes.
All right, motion passes.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott and Lily, for your hard work on that. And I hope it goes well with City Council.
Thanks so much. And we'll be on City Council's agenda on the 15th. Thank you.
I know a lot of work went into that, so I really do appreciate the office.
Yes. Yeah. If you saw the 80-page version and not the 15-page version.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I know a lot of work went into that.
And much help from Lily and Jenny and others on that one. So
yeah.
Much
All
appreciated.
right. So Todd, myself, and Lily met. Let's see. So that's all we need for that, correct?
That is all you need for that. Yeah, and if you had no other things, your next item on the agenda is the second matters by the public.
Okay. Yes. Second matters of the public. If you would like to speak, again, matter if you're on the webinar, raise hand, or if you're on by phone, use *9.
No raised hands.
Okay. So we don't have anything to report back as commissions. So commissioner updates. Todd, myself, and Lily met on last Friday to talk because I let the members of the commission that were there on our last meeting on last Thursday that we would talk about putting together a letter to get information. So what we are going to do is we're going to construct a letter asking for those 4 points at the very top to FOIA those points, those things from the FOIA department with the city. Okay, so we're going to construct that, get that to you guys. I've been in a conference all week, and today at 12, we're at 12, we got done. So I've been sending emails and back and forth with Tom and Lily, trying to get today ready and some other things going on. So we'll get together with Tom and Lily and pull that together and hopefully have that to you guys before the 18th.
Ernest, if you'd like to see the draft, I've got it ready for you. If you want to see it, I can share the screen now if folks want to see that now.
That's wonderful. We can do that.
Okay. if folks have time for that moment, let's see, here it is. You see it okay? Is it visible?
Would it be possible to share the original document since I'm looking at this on my phone?
Oh, yeah.
Over.
So let me, how would you like me to share that with you? What would be best? Wolfgang, how would you want me to email it to you or?
The subtitles are catching up. Email will be fine.
Okay. I can do that. Let me,
I got it.
you got it? Wait,
I
oh, you,
took a picture of it and I'm gonna send it to Weekend.
oops, let me move this whole. I'll send the original over as well, so you can all see it. Screens are having trouble with themselves. And the only difference, we went back and watched the section of the meeting today, where you guys talked about this. And we added that we would FOIA anything that's already been shared, with the public in addition to the 4 points to try to capture everything that we heard from everybody.
So I'm sorry, I just looked at it briefly and I'm having a little bit of trouble with my camera, but are we only asking for things that have already been released? That was when I said we're asking for things in addition to things that have already been released.
You're asking in addition. I think that was the
Okay,
back and
got it.
forth we were
Okay.
kind of having was
Yeah,
that.
I wasn't in that meeting, sorry. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
And when we discussed it the other day, I think we kind of explored different variations on that theme, right? Like we could ask only for things that have been released. We could ask for only things that have been released regarding the 4 points, which is a very narrow space, or we could ask for just a FOIA of the things related to the 4 points, or we could ask for both. And so this letter is the both. And so that should be all encompassing.
Could I ask, so why did we decide to make the FOIA, the public FOIA request, Lisa, to highlight that in the first paragraph instead of making it one of the numbers, like, number 5 or number, because making it come first, there's a part of me that thinks like, well, gosh, if it comes first, they might only do that. But
Well, they'd be
but-
obligated to respond to all of it. So
Mhm.
it's more like if there's kind of a consolidation of those documents already, they can just fire that off because the other 4 are going to take them more time if they haven't already released that information. So I wanted to make sure it was clear that they can send you a bundle right off the bat of everything they've already released. And then if it's not contained within that, they can send you anything in the 4 that hasn't already been released. And so that may take more time because they got to contact each department that holds that, figure out which staff person has it, pull it, redact if needed, and then present it to the FOIA officer who then sends it.
I
So
see.
they may, I don't know if, it's interesting because like, it's a FOIA request, but it's kind of funny because it's sort of internal. So I don't know if they're going to say, well, we have to compensate that department for their time. We can do that. I mean, I don't think it will be terribly expensive, but that's just another thing that's probably, they got to kind of separate those things for that reason.
We wanted to make sure we kept it as simple as possible, as best we could, because a couple of things are happening with the fact that we lost a member of the office staff because they decided to take another job. So we will need to hire someone else for that position, and there's some things going on. So we just want to make sure we are doing what we need to do to keep it as simple as possible. Any other questions about the letter? Or, um,
Yes, I was curious if
edit.
this is our first exchange with Ms. Nelson in the office, or if there have been other communications before this letter. Over.
Other communications between the commission um Brit, her first name is Brittany Nelson. Is that what you're asking? Or we certainly know her and talk with her regularly, and we've let her know that this was coming. At first I thought we were just going to do already released stuff. So that's what I had previewed her on, but I can tell her that we're going to add these, there'll be more that may not be contained in the already released stuff. So just be prepared for that. So she'll, just to give her a heads up. And she was fine with it. She said that's great. We'll handle it.
Okay, I was making sure that it seems like a very it's very like direct and formal request. And
Mhm.
knowing that there's some context around the conversation means like I back the letter more, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And again, you guys can, this is just, I took a stab at just creating what I heard you wanted, but in very simple format. If you want to wordsmith this, we can, oh yeah, I was sending this by email. Sorry about that. I never got that far. Hold on. No, I can't find my pointer.
No, it's fine. I
Okay.
realize I could zoom in. I haven't taken a Zoom meeting in a long time on my phone, so
Still send it to
I
me.
have been able to read it. over.
Okay,
Okay.
very good.
Cool.
And I can say, I realized that I hadn't added that in there. There you go.
I think it
All
looks
right.
really good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't have any notes at all on it, so. And
It's a
you've,
fairly-
the one thing that I didn't even notice that, Todd, but it's all,
Oh,
it's all sewed up now.
good. We'll put a date on it. If you guys want to do it, consider it ready. Here you go. I can put today's date on it.
I guess one more note, has Catherine provided any input on it? I know that she was just very invested in the process, and even though I know we took a lot of her input in developing the letter, do we want to like
she
make sure
had
she has eyes on it before we send it?
She had input on us requesting those 4 document points. She agreed with that in our meeting on last Thursday. So, and unfortunately, her being not here today for this meeting, we can, if you would like to send this to her and wait for her to comment, we can do that, or we can send it.
So one really persnickety thing is that we capitalize city police everywhere except in the first bullet point, the word city.
Oh, yep. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
I was going through those, finding those earlier.
Yeah, I constantly do that.
Yes, Heather.
Wolfgang, I can say about, I mean, I hate to speak for Catherine when Catherine is not here, but Catherine was very much in favor of cutting down the number of questions. And I brought up a number of questions that Catherine had actually posed. And she said, no, we can ask those, but we don't need to ask them in the letter. And there were also questions, we had many, many more, but I think I think everybody felt strongly that there were fewer questions and like that they would be broad like this.
And
there would
we would probably get a response if it was fewer questions than more questions.
But I'm all for circulating this and making sure, like, I think it's a good idea. I just wanted to tell you that was my rough recollection of the conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but I don't want to wait too much longer because I feel like we've waited. I've waited long enough as far as making sure we got this done. I know this was important for commissioners to get it done, so I just want to make sure we get it out. So y'all tell me what is the pleasure of the commission.
I'd be inclined to send it out in the morning. I mean, we can send it to Catherine tonight. My experience with her is she almost always responds like very, very quickly, although she's not here, which means she may have a conflict, but Wolfgang, do you
So-
have your hand raised and I just jumped in? Sorry.
It's fine. I don't, this is in a public space. I don't have, and I forgot my headphones. I'm going off the subtitles, so I just don't want to talk over people. I was gonna suggest doing the same thing, basically send it with a, hey, we'll send it by X date, but we'd love to have your input if you're able to give it before then. So I think tomorrow is fine. A couple more days is also fine, but I wouldn't want to hold it for a long period.
All right, so let's go ahead and send it to all the active commissioners this evening. Please let us know you have any comments by 12 noon tomorrow. And if we don't hear anything, we'll send it out.
Okay,
So,
I'm drafting that now. I realized I just sent that other version of the early version of the letter to you guys just so you could see it real quick, but I didn't put any context in there. So I'll resend this with the edits that I just put in while we were sitting here. And then you guys can all see it and people can provide feedback. And then do you want to say, when do you want to request feedback on or before some days?
on before tomorrow at 12.
Before tomorrow noon. Okay.
Yeah, let's get it out.
Okay. Great. I will send that after we get off here.
All right. I think that's everything. Any other comments from the members of the commission? Lily's got a outreach opportunity for us on Saturday at Washington Park. So if you have time, I think I might show up. I'll know more tomorrow. So, but I'll send you an email. So,
Thank you.
all right. Any other questions or anything from any commissioners? All right. Well, thank you, Todd, Lily, and all the commissioners showed up today. Heather, Mary, Wolfgang, Susan, and Shael. Nice to see you. Yep. And we are adjourned at I can't see my time, at 5:52 p.m. All right.
Thanks, Ernest.
Have a
Thank
great
you all.
evening. All right. See
Bye.
ya.
Thank you. See y'all.
See ya.